The last game that we're going to break down, only because it was a topic of debate earlier in the season. I think you've admitted defeat to this by now.
As far as the division goes, absolutely.
Oh. Wow.
What did I say last week? Take that, rewind it back. Oh, what did I say
last? To one of those two teams.
I did say that.
He said.
What happened with New Orleans last week?
For people who aren't, caught up to speed, we're talking about.
You should be paying attention because you should be subscribed and watching every week. But go ahead, say it for the people.
We're talking about Atlanta going to Carolina this week. All year, we've gone back. Not all year. Early in the season, we went back and forth about who was the better team when they were competing back and forth.
Right.
Obviously, Carolina has kind of stepped a foot out. Mm-hmm. But what you're implying is...
What did I imply last week?
They would have to lose to either New Orleans or Atlanta, and you said they would beat New Orleans, and they almost lost.
That was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
A shootout against Drew Brees?
Hey, you said it. You won't be surprised if that's what would happen, because you can't go against Drew Brees in that situation. Against a division rival, and what happened to that Carolina defense?
And that is one
which
of the
has been dominant. It's been great.
That's another thing that goes in Cam's favor in the MVP race is that he can literally say he beat Drew Brees in a shootout at home.
Yeah,
Eli could do that this year.
What was it? 5 touchdowns here?
Yeah, and I mean it was a big deal. That's a big game.
That's awesome.
And I think that's why he's got number one right now today, because it's on what he has previously done. We'll see what happens going forward. But anyways, this game in particular. So you actually are going to go with Atlanta? Struggling quarterback play. Their running game's not going as well as it has been. Still getting it done a little bit though.
No, not this week. Not this week. I'm specifying not this week. If anything, I think they could get it at home, get that revenge back. But we'll talk about that at a later date. Right now, today, I'm going with Carolina. There's no reason for me to go with Atlanta. Atlanta's lost like the last 5 or 6 games. It's been an absolute disgrace compared to what I thought they were going to be. Honestly, before the season started, I had them win the division, as I said countless times. I had Carolina in last place in the division, which obviously those roles have flipped. So, I mean, it is what it is. But right now, today, with this matchup in Carolina, I'm going with Carolina. There's no sense in me taking Atlanta. Maybe they'll get the revenge game. I do think, like I said, that Carolina will lose to either St. Louis. Carolina will either lose to New Orleans or Atlanta, but this will not be that day. I'm going with Carolina.
Carolina is entering territory. They're creeping, not entering. They're creeping into territory that gets really scary for teams that are young and haven't really even been in high-pressure playoff games yet, past the divisional round.
Right.
They're going into undefeated territory. They're going to have to lose at some point, so those bubble pops, they get the slap in the face that they're going to need as a team, because they're going to need that. Because you can't... It's kind of hard to be going to the playoffs playing Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson and whoever else you're going to have to go to, even if you go further. It's going to be hard. I mean, it's just going to be, the pressure's going to mount too high that at some point, with that great talent, with that kind of great talent on the other side, you're going to lose. But
they need to face that adversity. They need to get that
lose
loss
a game. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I don't like seeing undefeated.
I really don't. Is it. No, I like seeing it. I like seeing it when it was Tom Brady and them, because I think that they had the morale. They're a rare case. They are a rare case that I thought had a leader and had the things set in place around them to be able to do it and handle it. I don't think Carolina can. Nothing against Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly. But I can name other people on that team, but honestly, who's another leader on that team? Most people can't name
another leader. I don't have any.
And I don't think they have the heck. Their head coach has proved me wrong.
I can name like 3 players on that team, honestly.
And I can name enough that I think, but they're not leaders. I think in the sense that New England have.
Right.
I get on Rivera a lot, and I used to always say he was not that good of a coach. Oh, he's obviously proved me well wrong.
Even before that, I liked him as a coach.
I didn't like him as in the Eagles system. I held it against him way too long. But he has proved he is a fantastic coach. But I don't think that he is the leader to get you to an undefeated season the whole way to the Super Bowl undefeated. You just don't want that pressure, especially with all of them who haven't been in that situation.
Right, exactly. You're a young team. You need to get that loss under your belt, and you need to be able to have that comeback, that bounce back. And unfortunately, I mean, they're getting closer and closer. They got it close last week.
You just said how it got close last week. I'm not going to say... I'm picking Carolina because I can't go against Cam. I can't go against what they've been doing.
Hey, look, I've been going with Atlanta all year, but I mean, I'm in agreement with you.
But for the first time, I think ever, I wouldn't mind seeing them lose a game here at some point.
It's necessary.
Because it's going to need to happen.
Yeah, we agree with that.
Yeah. But, so we both pick Carolina.
Thank you for watching. This is JD Sports. I'm Jarrett Hood. That's Dwight Garfield. You can find our Twitter @_JD Sports. Our personal Twitters will be there.
You can find our Facebook page and the information down below. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe for fresh weekly content. Stay tuned because the best is yet to come.
Thank you.